Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good morning, everybody. Our lesson today is about multiplying and dividing algebraic fraction. Multiplying and dividing algebraic fraction. Our lesson today is very interesting lesson and easy lesson. You took it before. You took how you can multiply two fractions. You will multiply the numerators together and denominators together, and it is not important to make like fractions to multiply them. So if you have two fractions, you will multiply the numerators together and the denominators together, not more, and simplify. But in case of division, you have to keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. Okay, we have two fractions, so I'll keep the first one as it is, change the sign from division into multiplication, and flip the second fraction. Now the problem changed it into multiplication, so you will multiply the numerators together and the denominators together. Okay, the only new thing in our lesson today that we have expression. We have fraction, but each fraction contains expression. And we took before in the last periods how we can factorize the expression. So in the beginning, I have to factorize the expression. I have to factorize the numerator, factorize the denominator, and you can cancel, simplify together, finally multiply or divide. Finally multiply or divide. So we will use the previous lessons to multiply and divide the fractions here, algebraic fraction. Okay, and in case of division, as I said to you, the second fraction upside down and multiply, because I have to follow the rule keep, change, flip. The first fraction, keep it as it is. The second fraction, the sign of division change into multiplication, and second fraction is flip. Okay, now the problem will change into multiplication, multiply numerators together and denominators together. Okay, I'll start to solve with you exercise 4, page 367. Our lesson is multiplying and dividing algebraic fractions. Page 367. I'll start with you exercise 4. He said simplify or divide or multiply according to the problem. I'll start exercise 4. Exercise 4, page 367, question number 1. In question number 1, we have fraction 3x plus 3 over 2 multiply x plus 1 over 3. We can multiply the numerators together and denominators together, but if you can factorize any one of them, do it. I can factorize here 3x plus 3. I'll take 3 as a common factor and open brackets. 3x divided by the common factor equal x. Cancel 3 with 3, give me 1. And plus 3 divided by 3 equal 1. Please, equal 1, not 0. Take care. Okay, now I factorize the numerator over 2. And here x plus 1 over 3 directly the same. I'll cancel 3 with 3 because it's allowed to me in case of multiplication to cancel cross like this, because actually it's 3 divided by 3. So we can cancel 3 with 3, and what's left? X plus 1 times x plus 1 over 2 multiply 1. This is the answer. Okay, keep it as factors. Keep the answer as factors. No need to change it into brackets raised to the second power or change it into 3 terms. It's allowed you to keep the answer as factors. Clear? Okay, I think it's very easy. Very interesting lesson. Okay, in question number 2, I'm still in exercise 4, page 367. We have fraction x plus 2 over x minus 1. There is no factorization here. It is in the simplest form. Multiply by x minus 1 square. I can expand this x minus 1 square into these two factors, x minus 1 brackets times another brackets x minus 1, and put it over 1. It's multiplication. In each time, please take care from the sign. Is it multiplication or division? Okay, it's multiplication. So I'll take x plus 2 over x minus 1, multiply x minus 1 times x minus 1 over 1. It's allowed you to cancel cross up and down. Cancel this brackets and this brackets. Now we have x plus 2 multiply x minus 1 over 1. So the answer is x plus 2 multiply x minus 1. Teacher, I keep it like this. Keep it like this. Keep it as factors. No need to expand it or solve the brackets. Okay? I am still with you in exercise 4, page 367. I'll take question number 3. In question number 3, it's division. So we have 3x minus 9 over 4 divided by x minus 2 over x plus 3. I'll make a circle around the division to make focus on the operation. I'll take the first fraction as it is. Change the sign of division into multiplication. Flip the second fraction. So the x plus 2 will be up and x minus 2 will be down. Now I'll factorize the numerator. I'll take 3 as a common factor. Open brackets, 3x divided by 3 equal x, because 3 with 3 give me 1. Negative 9 divided by 3 equal negative 3. So I change it into an equivalent fraction, factorize the denominator like this. We have brackets x minus 3 and another brackets x minus 3. We can cancel them with each other. So what's left up? 3 multiply x plus 3. Put x plus 3 between brackets like this. And down 4 multiply 1. So this is the final answer. What's your opinion about this lesson? I think it's very, very, very easy lesson and interesting. Okay. I am still in exercise 4, page 367. Question number 6. X minus y over x square minus xy. Multiply xy plus y square over x plus y. Now I start to factorize. The numerator, I'll keep it the same, but the denominator, I can factorize it. I'll take x as a common factor, then x squared divided by x minus the power. It will be x. Negative xy divided by x equal negative y. So here directly I have x minus y up and x minus y down. We can cancel them, but don't forget you have to put 1 up. And here I'll factorize the numerator. I'll take y as a common factor. So xy divided by y equal x, y squared divided by y equal y. And down x plus y. Now I have the same brackets, x plus y up and down. Cancel it. What do you have up? You have 1 multiply y and down x multiply 1. So the answer is y over x. Nice. Question number 8 from the same exercise 4, page 367. I have p square plus p minus 2 over p square minus p minus 6 times p minus 3 over p minus 2. Okay, I'll factorize these 3 terms into 2 brackets. Open 2 brackets, change p square into p times p. Think about the third term. It is negative, so comes from positive and negative. 2 comes from 2 multiply 1, which I'll give it the positive sign. I'll give the bigger the sign of the middle. So it will be positive 2, negative 1. And down, L. 2 brackets will be b, square will be b times b. And this negative 6 must be negative and positive. Comes from which 2 numbers? Maybe 6 times 1, maybe 2 times 3. I want the difference between them equal negative 1. So I'll give the bigger the sign of the middle. I'll choose 3 and 2. It will be negative 3, positive 2. Now I have brackets p plus 2 up and p plus 2 down. Cancel them. Cancel them. On the opposite or on the second fraction, I have b minus 3 over b minus 2. We can put them between brackets or keep them as it is. I can cancel cross. b minus 3 up and b minus 3 down. Cancel them with each other. And I cancelled b plus 2 with b plus 2. What's left up? Just b minus 1 times 1 and down b minus 2. So the answer is b minus 1 over b minus 2. Question number 10, exercise 4, page 367. It's a division. So in the beginning, don't make two steps in one. Solve carefully and take care, okay? And don't cancel any step. Show your work. In the beginning, I'll put the first fraction as it is. I'll change division into multiplication, then flip. Take care. You have here x squared minus 2x minus 8, down x squared plus 2x minus 8. This is the difference. Okay, I'll take the plus up and the minus down. Flip. Then start to factorize. There is no factorization here, but here I have three terms. I can factorize them into two brackets. X squared will be x and x. Negative 8 comes from positive and negative. I wanted the difference between the two numbers equal 2, so I can choose 4 and 2, which will take the positive, the bigger, the positive, the sign of the middle. So positive 4, negative 2. As you see, the quadratic equation is very, very, very important lesson. And you will still with you, okay? And here also I factorize these three terms into two brackets, x and x. Negative 8 comes from positive and negative. But here I want the middle term negative, so I'll give the bigger negative. It will be negative 4, positive 2. Now the factorization will be like this. Don't multiply, start to cancel first, simplify. X plus 2 cancelled with x plus 2, like this cross. And x plus 4 cancelled with x plus 4 up. What's left here? 1. 1 multiply x minus 2 up over x minus 4 down. So the answer is x minus 2 over x minus 4. I think it's easy. Actually, it's easy. Question number 12, exercise 4, page 367. I have x squared minus 9, nice, over x squared minus 6x plus 9 divided by x plus 4 over x minus 3. You will keep the first fraction, change the division into multiplication, flip the second fraction. The first fraction, a numerator factorized into two brackets the same with each same to each other, but one positive and one negative because it's a square difference. So it will be x and x, positive 3 and negative 3, like this. And down, I'll make two brackets. X squared comes from x and x. 9 maybe come from 3 times 3 positive or 3 times 3 negative, 3 times negative 3. I want the middle term negative, so I'll choose negative 3 times negative 3. Give me positive 9 and the sum is negative 6, like this. And this fraction, don't forget to flip it. X minus 3 come up and x plus 4 go down. Now I'll cancel x minus 3 with x minus 3. And we have another x minus 3 with x minus 3. What's left up? X plus 2 multiplied by 1. And down x plus 4. So this is the answer. Okay? As I said to you, easy lesson. Your homework from exercise 4, page 367. Number 4, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Of course, I didn't finish. I'll complete other problems from exercise 4 star, page 368. Exercise 4 star, page 368. Exercise 4 star. Page 368. Okay, very interesting problems. Now, I'll take question number 4. Question number 4 is multiplication. I have 3 terms up and square difference down. Multiply x minus 4 divided by 3 terms down. So I'll factorize this numerator into 2 brackets. X squared comes from x times x. Positive 20 comes from 2 times 10, 4 times 5, 20 times 1. I wanted the sum is 9 and also all of them positive. So all the brackets will be positive. I'll choose 4 times 5 because the sum will be 9 and the product will be 20. And down x squared minus 16 square difference. So x minus 4 times x plus 4. The same brackets but one positive and one negative. And I have here the same numerator x minus 4 over down the 3 terms factorize into 2 brackets. X squared comes from x times x plus 5 comes from 5 times 1, not more, and the sum is positive 6. So 5 positive and 1 positive. Let's simplify. I'll cancel x plus 4 with x plus 4 down. I'll cancel x plus 5 with x plus 5 down, cross. I'll cancel another x minus 4 brackets with x minus 4 brackets. So what you have up, you will say to me nothing. No, not nothing. It's 1. It's 1. It's 1. The trick in this problem is to put 1, not 0. Okay? Right. And down we have only 1 brackets, x plus 1. So the answer is 1 over x plus 1. Like this. Let's take number 5. It's a division problem. We have fraction divided by another fraction. About the numerator x plus 1, I'll keep it the same. It's allowed you to put it between brackets. Okay. And down 3 terms, I'll factorize them into 2 brackets. X squared comes from x times x. And 8 positive comes from 8 times 1. 2 times 4. I wanted the sum is 6, so I'll use 2 times 4. Like this. Division, change it into multiplication and flip the x plus 3 from up to down. And here the 3 terms factorize into 2 brackets, x squared, x and x. 4 comes from 4 times 1, 2 times 2, but I use 4 times 1 because I want the sum is 5. So it will be x plus 4 times x plus 1. Now start to simplify, cancel the brackets x plus 4 up and down. That's give me 1. What's left up? X plus 1 times x plus 1. So you can put it x plus 1 square. Or x plus 1 times x plus 1. No problem. And down x plus 2 times x plus 3. Keep them like this. Teacher, no need to expand them and multiply them. No need. Keep them as factors. Now question number 6. Fraction multiplied by another fraction. I'll factorize the 3 terms up into x and x. Negative 6 of course comes from positive and negative. I want the middle term negative, so I'll give the bigger the sign of the middle term. I'll choose 3 and 2. I'll give 3 negative and 2 positive, like this. And down square minus square, the same brackets, but 1 positive and 1 negative. Multiply here, x squared comes from x times x, positive 3, maybe from positive time positive or negative time negative. But I wanted the middle positive, so I choose positive 3 and positive 1 to give me the sum 4 and the product 3. And down x plus 1 as you see. Now start to cancel x minus 3 with x minus 3. X plus 3 with this x plus 3. Teacher, is it allowed? Allowed, because we have multiplication. Because in multiplication, all the up multiplied with each other and all the down multiplied with each other. So it will be fraction. You can cancel up and down, give you 1. Now x plus 1 with x plus 1. What's left up? Let's see carefully. X plus 2. So I'll take it x plus 2. What I have down? Nothing. That's to say 1. So over 1, no need to write over 1. I am still in exercise 4 star, page 368. Question number 10. Question number 10 is division. I have 3 terms. I'll factorize them into 2 brackets. Divided by 3 terms, I'll factorize it into 2 brackets. Here, q square comes from q times q. In negative 14 comes from positive and negative. So I want the difference between them, or the addition by using the sign, equal negative 5. So I'll give the bigger negative sign. It will be negative 7 and positive 2. And down I'll factorize it into q times q. Negative 18 comes from positive times negative. I want the sum is positive 3, so I'll give the bigger positive and the smaller negative. Here I keep them as it is, but I'll flip because I change division into multiplication, as you see. As you see, q minus 3, I raise it up, and q minus 7, take it down. Now cancel q minus 7 with q minus 7, like this cross, and q minus 3 with q minus 3, like this. What's left up? Q plus 2 over q plus 6. Very, very easy lesson. Question number 11. It's a division also. I'll factorize the 3 terms up. I'll factorize or take the common factor down. Factorize. Change the division into multiplication. Factorize the 3 terms up and factorize the denominator. Factorization up, I have x squared comes from x and x. 2y comes from 2y times 1y. No problem. Don't say, teacher, there is no numbers. No problem. Okay. Okay, like this. Over here, it's square minus square. So I have 2 brackets. L square root x square is x, square root x square is x. L4y square will be 2y and 2y, but 1 positive and 1 negative. Very nice problem. And here I'll take flip in the beginning and take y as a common factor here, and then y divided by y equal x, negative 2y squared divided by y equal negative 2y, over the factors of these 3 terms. Cancel x minus 2y over x minus 2y here. I make the same color, x minus y with x minus y, and here x plus 2y with x plus 2y. The answer will be just y up over this brackets down, x plus 3y. Question number 12, exercise 4 star, page 367. I'll factorize these 3 terms into x times x. Ly square will be y times y. Okay, and here 2 negative. Y negative and y negative multiply with each other, give me positive y squared. And when I add them, 1, 1, negative 1, negative 1, negative 1, negative 1 equal negative 2. Okay, down x minus y, x plus y. Multiply and the flip. I'll take x squared plus 2, xy, y squared up, like this. And down I'll take x as a common factor, x squared divided by x, here equal x plus y. Now what's left up, x minus y, over what's left down, just x. By this way, I finish our lesson today, which is multiplying and dividing algebraic fraction, page 367. I solved with you problems from exercise 4 and problems from exercise 4 star. You have homework from exercise 4 and another homework from exercise 4 star, page 368. Question number 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, and 9. Thank you and best wishes.